All right, so yeah, you can literally just go to Google, you type in Shopify name generator, and then once you type in Shopify name generator, you can pull up Shopify and you literally can type in your name, type in some different words that describe your brand, and it'll help you generate names right inside of Shopify. So that's one way to do a name generator. Another way that you can generate names is, again, go to name generator right on Google, and a good website is, all right, a good website is Behind the Name. All right, actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna use that. All right, we'll scratch that. All right, another good name generator besides Shopify name generator is Business Name Maker. Right? So you can click here and you can use this generator below and you can literally generate a name. All right. All right. And then once you generate a name, you want to make sure that you check your name's availability across all networks and all platforms, and even make sure that, once you start getting a little bit of traction, or if you're a person who's really big on dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's, you can start doing the process of trademarking your name also. I usually say don't rush to trademark your name, because you're human. You're going to flip your idea, 10 to 20 times before you get it down packed. So don't rush and trademark your name. But you also want to always make sure that the domain name is available. The platform that I use is GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com, you go here, you see if the name is available. Then, of course, you want to go on Instagram and see if the name is available. You want to go on Facebook, see if the name is available. You want to go on TikTok, see if the name is available. So also want to check all those different other platforms to make sure that the name is available across all platforms, right? So that's extremely important, right? So then once you secure all those names across all the networks, it's time to design your logo, right? It's time to get the symboling, the branding down. Now, there's a couple different ways you can get a logo. It's a website that you can use. It's called TaylorMade. TaylorMade is a really cool website. It allows you to get some logos for cheap. All right, TaylorMade logos. All right, and it's called Taylor Brands to be exact. All right, so all you have to do is type in your business name. You can type in your tagline. All right. And it will create you can choose what you're offering, which is really cool. All right. Boom, you can do all of this and then just keep going through these steps and it will literally spit you out a logo. Or you can always go to a more common website like Fiverr. I'm going to be showing you guys Fiverr a lot for a logo. So something like getting a quick logo done on Fiverr. So we're also going to be diving into a different platform that's pretty similar to Fiverr. I like it a little bit better, and you get some more quality of work, right? And then once you have access to this resource that I'm going to be giving you a little bit later on in the course, I guarantee you this is going to change your business. It's going to change your branding. and it's going to change your bank account, right? Just in this one resource that I'm going to be giving you in a little bit later in the course. But you got to get the mindset part first. So we're almost getting to the good stuff, the really, really good stuff. So we're getting the logo down. We're getting the brand name down. We have to choose the colors that will represent your brand. So what you can do is a good website that you can go to. Color. So then you want to make sure that you secure your name across all networks, right? You want to make sure that you go to GoDaddy, make sure the domain, if you don't make sure nothing else is available, make sure that the domain is available. Also, Instagram is a really popular platform right now. So you want to make sure that Instagram, the name that you're choosing, you don't have to choose a name with a bunch of underscores, dots, slashes, 1, 2, 3s behind it. You want to try to get a clean and concise Instagram and domain name. And when creating your domain name on GoDaddy, it is some other platforms that you like, even through Shopify, you don't even have to buy your domain name on GoDaddy. Actually, buy your domain name directly through Shopify if you're looking to have a Shopify e-commerce store, which is what we're focusing on right now. If you bought this course, your goal is to figure out how to make money using the platform that I use, right? The easiest platform in the world to make money online. You don't have to have a bunch of experience. You don't have to have products. You can literally drop ship your products. And I'm going to break that down to you also in another portion of the course on how to properly drop ship. So, so you want to secure your names all across all networks, all platforms, all databases. And then now that you secure your names across all those platforms, you want to make sure that you focus on getting a clean and modern logo, right? Sometimes we see a lot of these people who DM us saying, let us make you a cartoon, let us make you a graphic, let us make you a design. Those big graphics aren't really good and clean for logo design. They don't look nice on websites, especially e-commerce websites. If you're trying to appeal to your customers, you want to make sure you're staying with the times. And if you think about logos, nobody has those old school logos down from, think about brands like Chanel, think about brands like Sony, PlayStation, Fashion Nova, Zara, Apple, HP, down to Popeyes. Everybody has clean, sleek logos. Nobody has these big images of heads or anything. Like even Netflix used to have, Netflix was the Netflix and had a big thing of popcorn in Netflix. Now look at Netflix logo is clean and sharp, right? So so that means don't worry if you pay for a logo from someone else that's already looks like that, just cut your losses and pay for another one. It's okay, you can get another logo. All right, so then you want to, like I said, secure your name across all networks. If you have an issue with brainstorming and finding a business name, a platform that you can use is called Shopify Name Generator. So you can go right to Shopify Name Generator. You can Google this, type in Shopify Name Generator, click here, and you can just drop in a name and it'll help you generate names. Pretty cool. You drop names and it'll help you generate a name if you haven't figured out a name for your brand. All right. So going back to course. Now, once you secure your name across all networks, you then want a logo. So it's a couple different ways you can get a logo. A more popular brand that I'm familiar with is called Taylor Brands. So on Taylor Brands, all you have to do is, let me see, you can literally type in the name that you're trying to create and your slogan, and it will help you create a logo. It's pretty cool. It's nice and easy, simple, right? And no telling even with Shopify. Shopify may even have a logo generator. So let's see. Shopify logo generator. Okay, so here's an app. Here's an app called Hatchful. So with this app, you can create professional logos in seconds. Right? So you just get started and it'll help you create like a professional logo. Pretty clean. I wasn't even familiar with this, but that's select this right here. Tell the industry, health and beauty. Boom. Your colors. And it's important to even know like colors, breaking it down to how a customer perceives you based off of the colors. So here's an article and a quiz that you can take. It's at grasshopper.com/resources/tools/branding-color-quiz. You can start the quiz, boom, and you can describe how you want your business to be and the type of customers you're looking for, and it'll help you pick out the favorite, like a logo or color branding for your business. All right. So now, figuring out whether you want your logo feminine, masculine, complex, modern, classic, playful, serious, loud, quiet, complex, subtle, or obvious. This is important. So all this is a part of branding because you can't do marketing unless you're marketable, right? So even down to the font, go to the font. So even down to the font, you can go to the font. So that's the website that actually helps you with creating fonts for your logo. So I'm gonna type it in right here. It's thefont.com. And it shows you some cool fonts that you can look at right on the screen. All right. So now, here's another platform that you can use, Luca Logo Maker. It helps you create a custom logo with artificial intelligence. Or you can hire a logo designer at a platform like behance.net/joblist, another company called 99 Designs, freelance.com, fiverr.com, but my favorite of them all is upwork.com. I built my full business on Upwork, from ad runners to logo designers to copywriters to just everything that you can imagine, video editors. Like Upwork.com is the plug. If you're not using Upwork.com and I just dropped that on you, I just literally created you an additional 6 to 7 figures a year in your pocket if you utilize the tool that I just gave you, right? I'm going to give you guys a list of departments that you should be looking for on Upwork. So one of the things as you build your business is you're going to need a team. So you're going to need certain positions that you have to fill with your team. Right? So of course you can do all of this alone, but if you're watching this and you actually have a little bit of a capital and you have some liquid cash available and you don't want to be, so in the mix of your business, this is what I'm going to recommend that you hire for. And you can hire most of these options right on Upwork. So you want to hire for someone to do your social media design. You want to hire somebody to do brand ambassador brokering. That means someone who's consistently reaching out to influencers, reaching out to people with celebrity and status, and seeing if you can negotiate either giving them the bag or getting the tag. Shout out to my boy CEO Matty J. So with that right there, that's important, like reaching out to brand ambassadors. And then also you want to always have a content hunter. You want to have someone who's consistently looking for viral content for you, whether it's viral sounds, whether it's viral videos. And if you can attach your content with that content, you have a better chance of getting your content seen because it's more shareable, right? So you'll notice there's a lot of pages that make a lot of money just from resharing content. They're content-driven pages. And now that you can get paid just for making reels, you can get paid for your content. You can get paid for going live just because you're consistent, right? Just because you're consistent, you can get paid for all of that, right? So you want somebody that can help you with content. You want a copywriter. One of the most important things when building your business is the messaging. It's not just the marketing, it's the messaging, it's the double M's, right? Or it's the triple M's, You got your messaging, you have your marketing, and my favorite, you have to have the mindset. Remember Maybach music, right? You got to have the triple M's. And then you also need an email marketer. You don't want to get stuck trying to follow up with people to remind them to come back to visit your business, because if you're running ads, if you're paying for promotion and you're not doing emails, you're trying to, in a sort, hit it on the first night without actually dating and actually massaging your clients through cultivating them through good content, through value, making them trust, right? That's important, and you do all of that through email marketing by providing value. You also need a video editor if you have some money. If you don't have, not even have some money, but if you have time and you want to delegate that task to someone, I recommend you hiring a video editor. But if you're limited with funds, then there's a lot of ways that you can do video editing directly from your phone. The phone app of choice that I use is Video Shop. So right with Video Shop, it's a free app. You can watch a YouTube tutorial on how to use Video Shop, and from there you can easily make quick content, right? And then post on your social media, on your stories, and from there, now you're getting your first step of breaking through that barrier of social media anxiety and getting that content created. If you're going to get on YouTube, you're going to need somebody to create thumbnails for you. You're going to need a thumbnail creator. A thumbnail is the still image before the additional video. So the cleaner your thumbnail is, the better the messaging is on your thumbnail, the higher chance you have of someone clicking it. Even on Instagram, if you post a video, like let's say a podcast or an interview, and you post it and it's just a video, it may do well. But if you create a thumbnail at the top and the bottom where it has a title that people can see and read to know what the video is about, your video reach would be 5 to 10 times higher, right? You also want to have someone that's a media buyer. What's a media buyer? A media buyer is someone who actually runs your advertisements on a platform like Facebook, right? So you want to hire someone who can push traffic to your content or to your website. So that's one of the things that you want to immediately hire for. You also want to hire for an administrative assistant. Administrative assistant is important because a lot of times we get stuck in doing MWAs. MWAs stands for minimum wage activities, where we're focusing on a lot of things that we should be just sourcing out, right? So I want you to think about it right now as a business owner, as a aspiring business owner, as a current business owner. How much is your time worth? I want you to answer that question for me while you're watching this video. Just think about it. How much is your time worth? If your time is worth, let's say $300 an hour or $100 an hour, and you can get on a platform like Upwork, the platform I just mentioned, where you can hire freelancers for literally $5 to $10 an hour to do the same work that you just said you're worth $100 an hour for. That means you're overpaying for that position by $90 an hour, right? And that's why the most important thing that you want to invest in is into a life coach, a business developer, also known as a mentor. So you need to either be serving or paying to get to the next level, right? So just being in a room can really get you to the next level. So, a saying goes, if you're around 5 millionaires, then you're bound to be the sixth, right? So think about it like this. If 5 millionaires are at a dinner, eating at the dinner, and you're the waiter, and they're having millionaire conversations, who's the closest person to those bars? Who's the closest person to those millionaire conversations? You are, just because you're serving, right? They may just want to bring you in and share some game with you, right? So don't be afraid to extend your help, extend your services, extend your value to people that are living how you want to live, right? So that's the important part of those third-party websites that we just mentioned. So I don't want you guys to brush those websites off. Like, this is game that you're getting, right? Upwork can change your life, right? So we went through a couple different lessons. We went through lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5, lesson 6, lesson 7. All right, so we're still on module 1. Now we're going to jump into lesson 7. We want to create our revenue model. We want to create a list of possible services, right? List of possible services that our business can handle, right? You want to choose the services you want to provide and then price the services you want to provide. So for instance, me having a design agency, I got burnt out on creating logos. I decided, even though my company can create logos, it was no longer a service I wanted to provide because of the opportunity cost. It took too much time working on logos versus working on high-level things like marketing, right? So even though you can do the service, it doesn't mean you have to provide the service. Like, I could do graphics and do banners and do sliders and do Instagram stuff, but I don't do any of that, even though it's a service that I could provide, because I want to focus on the things that bring in more opportunity, like building relationships, right? So that's the end of module 1, right? How to choose the ideal business. So once you have this process down, we can get to the next step, which is the fun part. I know you're ready to get to it. Now we're going to figure out how to create a winning product, right? How to create or find a winning product, one of the two, right? So let's get right into it.